Whoop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doop-de-doo. I feel so happy. Ha! I've managed to deceive a bunch of fishermen. Yeah. Ah! Ah! Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Okay, so I suck at puppets. I went and saw Spamalot last night. The play. I had a friend. I had to replace my toilet yesterday, and I had a friend call me and say she got 2 tickets to Spamalot, $80 tickets from a friend. Just free show if I wanted to go. I'm like, yeah. So I went and saw that last night. It was very funny. And oh my gosh, there was a female vocalist there that just blew the roof off. She was so good. But anyway, of course I had to buy the rabbit with the sharp, pointy teeth. Ah, this is no ordinary rabbit. Okay, my really sad attempt at trying to do an accent. Anyway, I wanted to apologize to somebody. I have to go to YouTube. I wasn't prepared. I was just thinking I could just do my puppet show and everything else would just magically happen for me. YouTube would pop up all on its own. Okay, first of all, what is it called? Thinking about suicide video. I suppose some people might look at it as sentimental bullshit. It meant a lot to me. Okay, now I can't talk. It meant a lot to me because I have gone a long, big, huge chunk of my life thinking nobody loves me, boo-hoo, that's what I think, boo-hoo, and I'm depressed, you know. So I'm absolutely 100% convinced that it's true. Nobody loves me. So when I walk my dog and I see those flowers, and I think about how long ago it was that this woman killed herself, I am amazed. I am absolutely blown away. And I don't know if she was a mom and she had kids. I seem to recall that she was, but I don't know. It might have just been her husband. I wasn't sure about who survived her, which is why the video is kind of vague. But whatever, somebody makes a conscious effort to keep those flowers there. You know, they die out, you know. I mean, most people, when you have a loved one die in a spot along the road, they put flowers out for a couple months, right? And then it stops. 3 years. And it's like, my thought is, if only this woman had understood, maybe she wouldn't have taken her life. But depression can keep you from seeing clearly. And I do think that if you are seeing somebody and you know that they're perceiving the world in a negative, hurtful way to themselves, you know, if you can, you try to let them know that they're wrong. You can't always, but it just makes me sad when I see those flowers. I think, damn, I wish I had someone that loved me that much. And then I think, and she killed herself because she obviously didn't feel supported or loved or whatever. Anyway, so the person I want to apologize to is Eric Rayburn. I was snippy last night. I was just, you know, I'm just a person. I'm not like Miss Perfect. Most people on YouTube are, well, all people on YouTube, but most of us are just average Joes putting up stuff that we think, or something that makes us laugh or whatever. You know, we're just average people, and we have our bad moments. We have bad judgment. We say things that we regret, you know. Because this was close to my heart, this Eric Rayburn said something that just totally pissed me off, and I said something mean back to him that I want to apologize for, because I don't think it's true, really. I just wanted to strike back because he was laughing at something, you know, that was dear to me. And it shouldn't be dear to me. It's just a stupid fucking video. Not everybody's gonna like it. Whatever. You know, it's just a video. It's not this poor woman. It's not her husband or whoever it is that's leaving those flowers. It's just a video. And people have the right to say what they think. And if they think it's crap, they have the right to say it's crap. So I apologize to Eric for being a bitch. And there was somebody else who wrote on my video on my channel about the thoughts of suicide just pop into his head. You know, that's normal. I honestly think that, especially if you're in the habit of thinking a thought, you're going to keep thinking that thought because it's like it's on the record. It keeps playing over and over. There's a book that I recommend. I don't really... I found her rather hard to read because she's a little over-the-top enthusiastic. But Byron Katie has written several books. Loving What Is the one that I read. And then I tried to read another one of her books and I didn't read it all the way through because it was essentially the same, in my opinion, as the first book. But Loving What Is something that I give credit to for helping me get into a better place. I can't say I'm better. I can't say, oh, I'm all better now, but I feel like I'm in a better place. And that book helped me, so I recommend it. It has a lot to do with the thoughts that pop into your head. Because it's true, we can't help what thoughts pop into our head. That's why I hate Christianity. One of the many reasons I hate Christianity, because God's a thought cop. You know, if you so much as look at a woman with lust, it's the same as if you've raped her, according to Christianity. Hello, you cannot help what pops into your head. It's a thought. It's like this little floating whatever, and there it is. What Byron Katie talks about in her book Loving What Is not looking, well, she talks about a lot of things, but the one thing she talks a lot about distorted thinking and thoughts that you get, and the fact that you do have control. You don't have control over what thoughts pop into your head, but you do have control over what thoughts you glom onto. Oh God, he's looking at me funny. Oh, he doesn't like me anymore. And you're going to go home and you're going to feel bad for hours and hours, and maybe you're going to write a really angry letter, and in the end you're going to embarrass yourself royally because you give him the angry letter, and then you find out he was looking at somebody else and it had nothing to do with you at all, but you had this thought pop into your head and you glommed onto it, you know, because you just immediately decided that was true. It's like you have control over what thoughts you attach to, right? Nobody loves me. Oh, there's one. I'm going to attach to it. I'm going to carry that around with me all day and feel like shit all day. Nobody loves me. I'm a failure. There's another one I want to hold on to with all my might. I'm a failure. I can't do anything right. All these thoughts that pop into your head, you know, that you could just, that's bullshit, and just walk away from it, or you can attach to that thought. Keep that with you for the rest of your day, and guess what? That's what you put out to the world, you know? That's how you see yourself. That's how the whole world sees you. So, yeah, that was one of the things I got from her book. You do have control over what you do with the thoughts. And the fact is, she says, and I think it's true because I don't think about suicide nearly as much as I did. If you don't attach to the thought that pops up into your head, if you do just walk away, that's stupid, walk away from it and don't keep attaching to it, it gets weaker. Eventually, it doesn't pop up as often as it used to, you know, because it doesn't have the power that it used to. You don't see it, there it is anymore, because you're seeing other things. You're you know, it's not what it used to be in your life. It's lost its power. So that was one of the things that I really got from Byron Katie's book. And the other thing that she had in her book that I really got a lot out of was love what is. You can't control other people. You can't make so-and-so like you. You can't make, the world see you, well, you can try really hard. Anyway, it's a battle that you never seem to get over, trying to make the world see you a certain way. Be yourself, and I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Be yourself and love what is. When you're in the moment and you're ever be at an awesome party. Okay, somebody throws you a surprise party. I mean, what else is, people who love parties, not everybody does, but if someone threw me a surprise party, I would be in heaven. I'd be like, oh, this is so awesome. Wow. You could be having the best time of your life at a party, and suddenly you could realize that so-and-so, who you really like, isn't at the party. And then you start thinking, damn, they don't like me very much. They don't care. This is my special day. They don't care. They're not here. And then you go in the other room away, or maybe you go in the bathroom or whatever, and sit down and just sit there and sulk. And maybe you even cry because so-and-so didn't come to this party, and this party is so important. And and then what have you done? You're now totally missing out on this awesome party and not appreciating the people that have done this for you, put this party together, because you're stuck on this one person who wasn't able to go. That's what she means when she says love what is. If you're not in, look at what you have, don't look at what you don't have. If you have a Christmas, like some of my Christmases have been, where you don't get to be with family, you have to be all by yourself. Love what you have. Don't think about how past Christmases have been and what you're missing out on, because you cannot change that. You cannot change that. There's no way you can change that. You are powerless to change that. So why dwell? Why think about it? Why cry over it? It's a day. You can fill it with what you want to fill it with. It's Christmas Day. You can look around and look at all the gifts that you've gotten, and they're not necessarily gifts from people all wrapped up. Maybe they're gifts that you've given yourself because you had a job that year, and you were able to afford to buy yourself some good things. Anyway, so this is my little thing about, my little answer to this person who wrote about thoughts popping up in his head. Shouldn't feel bad about those thoughts. Should not feel guilty about those thoughts. If you look at somebody and you think, damn, I wish I could screw her, him, whatever. It's a thought. It's not like you really screwed that person. It's just a thought. It's fucking religion that tries to make it into something else and guilt trip you and make you think you need to have God. It's just a thought. We all have thoughts. And suicide is the same thing. You have a thought, oh God, I just want to end my life. This is just more than I can stand. It's a thought. You can either attach to it, go home, think about killing yourself, feel really bad, feel really scared because, you don't know, you feel out of control. Maybe you're really going to do it, and you're scared and you're sad and you're desperate and feel all these horrible thoughts. Or you can think, deep breath, whatever. I mean, everybody reacts differently. Not everybody can, but the point is, the less you attach to those thoughts, the less power they have on you, the less they're going to make you feel like shit and desperate and sad and scared. Because, oh, yeah, I suppose I could kill myself. Just walk away from that thought, okay, yeah, that's an option. What else is there? What else you got? Because there are always other options. And this guy who, Eric, who talks about his sister being in pain and she killed herself, and who are we to say to somebody, well, you don't have the right to do that because, you're going to make me sad if you kill yourself. Saying to someone who is suicidal, and I did have someone say this to me when I was suicidal, that's really selfish, Diane. That's really selfish of you. So I kind of get where Eric is coming from. It's true that when you're in pain and you can't bear it anymore, somebody else doesn't have the right to say, oh, you know, you can't do that because it's going to hurt me. I mean, that's selfish in my opinion, asking somebody to hurt and be in pain and agony so you don't feel bad, you know, if they want to stop that pain and agony. That's selfish. But to see somebody who has an illness who causes them to have distorted thinking so they cannot see that they are loved and cared for, like the woman across the street, I do think there is absolutely nothing wrong with trying to show that person they're wrong. Show that person that they are loved. You know, try to help that person. Somebody told me this when I was feeling suicidal. You know what? If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. You know, ultimately, and that's true, ultimately, you cannot stop somebody. If they're hell-bent on killing themselves, they will find a way. You cannot stop them. But you can do your best to show them love. You can do your best to show them that they are loved. And that their perception of the world, that they're a failure, that it's hopeless, that nobody loves them, aren't true. So, anyway, this is my attempt to try to explain some of the shit I've been putting out for the last 2 days. Eric, again, I'm sorry for being a bitch. It's just, it was a video that I let get too close to my heart, and it really is just a fluff video. I just felt like I wanted to do some kind of a tribute to that poor woman and the amazing love that this woman had that she didn't know she had. So, anyway, if you've been watching, thanks. Bye!